there's a senator, Senator Bennett from Colorado, who went to an event in June 2024 where Biden seemed non-functioning, and he left that event, and this is in the book, thinking this is why our border policy, our immigration policy is such a mess.
Hey guys, I'm currently on the Don't Burn This World tour in Israel and Hungary. If you happen to be in either of these fine countries and want to see me, click the link in the description or scan the QR code right here. In the meantime, here's something totally ridiculous.
We had an open border policy.
That
under
has
the bite. Okay,
yes.
but you would admit that that's where this feeling comes from. Of course, it's carried out in a horrible way, but that's where, if you do something, there's always going to be a counter to it.
I think there's a bit of just racism baked into Trump's thing.
There absolutely is.
Democrats
there was also an open border policy, it seemed like, under the Biden
and we couldn't admit it was a problem.
But can I say,
right, and the Democrats, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think you're complimenting it by calling it a policy. Just not to talk about my book again, but one of the things we discovered when we did this book, Original Sin, me and Alex Thompson, is there's a senator, Senator Bennett from Colorado, who went to an event in June 2024 where Biden seemed non-functioning, and he left that event, and this is in the book, thinking this is why our border policy, our immigration policy is such a mess. This guy can't manage the portfolio. There are competing groups within the administration, and he's not engaged for whatever reason, and that's why this policy is such a mess. And I know that the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Mayorkas, he thought there was going to be an order early on in the Biden years, shutting down the border or at least providing more security, and the order never came. So people talk about what are the repercussions of Biden not being what we expect a president to be, just in terms of functioning 100% of the time. This is one of those things. So I think calling it a policy might be a little optimistic.
Honestly, it's not just Biden. I mean, I mentioned this during the show that our governor here recently reversed one of the policies we had here, which was free medical care to undocumented migrants, which pissed off a lot of people who think that that shouldn't be happening, that, you know, we should take care of our own, and that's why our taxes are so high. And, you know, it was a rather generous policy you got, as someone who wasn't even a legal citizen, including like being driven to appointments, I think I read. Now, I mean, if that's something that a state like California, which is right on the border of Mexico, is offering, can you blame people for pouring over?